let's get into it. Alright, so first card, Bug Emergency. Target 2 level 3 insect type monsters in your graveyard, special summon them, but their effects are negated. You can banish this card and when it exceeds monster from your graveyard, the levels all level 3 insect type monsters you currently control become equal to the banished monster's rank until the end of this turn. Also, you cannot special summon monsters first this turn except insect type monsters. Alright, so I assume there must be insects in this box somewhere, because currently if we're getting some kind of insect support card, we have got 0 like decent insect cards, it'd be kind of awkward, so there's gonna be insects in here somewhere. As for the actual card itself, super slow. We don't really care about this kind of shit. Obviously we are only in the normal, so we're gonna get a lot of this crap, but this is just way too slow. There's no way. Yeah, you wouldn't run stuff like this. It's also like basically a comeback mechanic for after you've used your resources, you know? You'd prefer to actually have the resource to set up initially, so. Digital bugs and title. Hey, I didn't actually read, I just copy and pasted straight from like DLM, alright? Come on, man. I need to know, I didn't want to get spoilers for what's in the box, I just wanted the clickbait for the title for the stream, so. And actually look at what the digital bugs were, I just went straight on DLM Discord and just copied the thingos. W. Alright, yeah, Bug Emergency, real cringe, we're not using this card. Way too slow. There's a lot of effects on it though. Alright, Solar Ray. This card is ancient, right? I'm pretty sure I used to have this when I was like real goddamn young. Inflict 600 points of damage to your opponent's life points for each fight. Okay, next. Minor Goblin Official. You can only activate this card when your opponent's life points are 3,000 or less. Inflict. Okay, next. Each time a player draws a card because of a card effect, they take 500 damage during the end phase. For each card drawn by the... Okay, all these pointless burn cards. Nice. Oh, it's a greed card. Oh my god. It counters Pot of Greed. It counters that one Jaden skill. That's actually insane. No one's going to be able to run the Jaden skill anymore. It's actually just countered. Alright, moving on. Reverse Breaker. Equip only to a... I should put Utopia in the title. Equip only to a Utopia monster. When the equipped monster declares an attack, target one spell trap card your opponent controls, destroy that target. Your opponent cannot activate spell trap cards in response to this. Okay, useless, because you just run Cosmic Cyclone over this. Why on earth would you run a like spell and trap card removal that requires your Utopia to swing? That's a good way to get your card Floodgate Trap Hold right there. Or like Karma Cut before it even gets to do anything. Let's make it so that we can actually summon the monster, not make it so that it gets removed instantly. You know? Reverse Breaker, Garbo. Do not use this card, please. Alright. Mirage Tube. This card cannot be activated from your hand. Activate only when a face... What? Okay. Activate only when a face-up monster you control is selected as an attack target. Inflict... Okay, so that's... By the way, I'm skipping all these because we all know they're halved. This is like 500 damage. This is like 250. Another 250. They're actually just pointless. So these cards are not going to get used. They're very... Konami really likes putting these like burn filler cards in boxes. We've got plenty to choose from now. But yeah, no one's ever going to use this shit. A trap, but it's a spell? Oh my god. Bug Matrix. Oh, insect time monsters... Oh, is this a field spell? Pog. I really love field spells, by the way. I wish we got more of them. And I wish we got the field spelled searcher in the game too. Maybe just like a 1 copy. Just give us a 1 terraforming, just for a bit of fun. And not the invoked field spell. Alright. All insect type monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. You can target one insect type exceeds monster you control, attach one insect type monster from your hand to that monster as exceeds material. Oh, that's it? I mean, unless there's some specific combo for this, kind of like you do with Hazy, then yeah. They're not gonna do it. You're not gonna use this card. So there's like some kind of specific combo where you just need this to just put one more piece on your Xyz monster. You won't use it. Definitely a normal card, this one. But 300 attack and defense on all insects? Oh my god, it's mental. Yeah, I'll give that one a hard pass. Alright. Bug Signal. Target one insect type Xyz monster you control. Special summon from the extra deck one insect monster that is 2 ranks higher or lower than that monster you control by using it as Xyz material. Ooh. Xyz material is attached to that. Ooh. Now that looks like fun. That's like a mask change, isn't it? Well, that's like a mask change, isn't it? Damn, that's a normal card. What the? Dude. Am I missing something here? Is that just like a really cool looking mask change? That sounds like fun. I'm down for this card, hell yeah. Plays out exactly like a mask change does. You can swing in with your monster, your opponent activates something in response to target it, quickly swap it out. That is some good shit right there. Only a normal card. Damn. Alright, that gives me hope for the box. If they're giving me a card that I think sounds pretty good in the normals, that's a good sign the rest of the box has to have something good in it. Because, like, there's gotta be a reason they're putting this in the normals. Maybe there's other bug cards that are just way better than this. I'd imagine. This card actually seems real fun. I'm hella keen to try this out. It's literally just mask change. That's what the card is. So, also, it might turn out that we actually don't have, like, an insect Xyz that's, like, 2 ranks higher or it's, like, stupid, so the card's just a dead card. You never know. Yeah, alright, we'll see. It sounds like fun, though. Excited for that. Mask change anyway, so you can get an Xyz on the board, so it's a little tricky to use. I mean, it's just the point that you can just swap it out. It's just really cool. Because most people wait till the Xyz goes off, generally. So we don't have any, like, Xyz that, like, Black Rose Dragon or something had, like, on-effect Xyz yet, right? There might be some in this box, but, yeah. Alright, it's cool, I love it. We'll move on. Very cool card. Good chance this gets played. Depends on how the rest of the bug deck looks. Alright. Constellar Star Chart. Once per turn, when the Constellar Xyz monster is special summoned to your side of the field, except during the damage step, you can draw 1 card. I doubt you'll use this, purely because, unless you can get some, like, really dumb combo to go off or some shit, we just summon 3 in a turn, or something ridiculous. I don't know how you would do that, but, yeah. Because, like, max is like a draw 2, right? It's kind of like a bad version of, like, the 6 Samurai draw spell, whatever that's called. You guys know what I'm talking about. It only works for their boss monster. It's like if 6 Samurai United only worked for Shien, right? That's how I'm seeing it anyway. So I don't think you'll use this. If it works for all Constellars, not just the Xyz monsters, it'd probably be a pretty fun card, but yeah. There's any way to use this. Yeah, because it doesn't help you draw into, like, Xyz monsters in the first place. You just get this as one of, like, the 4 cards in your opening hand. That's kind of... It limits your options quite a bit. Like, if you only got 3 cards in your starting hand and this card, you have to do, like, 2 Xyz summons in 1 turn to get, like, good value out of this. Otherwise, you're just gonna try to top deck into stuff. I don't know. It seems real bad. I'm not gonna... I doubt I'll use this. Alright. Constellar Tempest. That's an interesting art. Alright. During your end phase, you can target 2 Constellar Xyz monsters you control that have Xyz material. Detach all Xyz material from both Xyz monsters, and if you do, half your opponent's life points. You only use this phase Constellar Tempest once per duel. Okay. Once per turn, during your standby phase, you can target 1 Constellar Xyz monster you control and 1 Constellar monster in your graveyard. Attach that monster from the graveyard to the Xyz. Oh, it's a continuous. What a weird card. Half your opponent's life points. Just fat 2k damage straight to your opponent. But you have to have 2 Constellar Xyz monsters for this card to work. Doesn't give me a whole lot of hope for it, because it means, like, your opening hand, unless you can search for this, like, you combo off, you summon 2 Constellar Xyz monsters, search for this, do a 2k damage, pass the turn kind of thing, maybe. But if it's not searchable, you won't run this as, like, your opener, right? Because you have to use this in your... Again, you have 4 cards starting hand, and this is one of them. That means with 3 cards, you have to do 2 Constellar Xyzs for this card to even work, right? So... That's for the 2k damage. You can obviously use the second effect, but I don't think the second effect is that useful compared to, like, you won't use the card if it's just the second effect, right? Can confirm in-game card is half, not quarter chat. Yeah, I would assume it was like that. Yeah, it's too much over 2k damage. I feel like life points, you guys do need to remember that life points are like a resource in any kind of Yu-Gi-Oh deck. So most of the time people don't care about their life points, even if they do get really low. So just doing like a flat 2k burn damage, unless you can kill them that turn, it's just a waste of time. You've just done nothing, achieved nothing, your opponent's lost nothing. So like life point damage is only good if you're going to kill them, like that turn. Otherwise, you've just done nothing. So, might as well just try to hit them for battle damage or something, you know? That's how I generally view life point damage anyway. It's very hard to like get, yeah. Unless you're playing like some really slow burn deck, like fucking the old Shadow game shit used to be. Before it was nerfed. And this deck's like specifically built for slow burn or something. But I think this like flat 2k is more like an OTK approach or something, which, unless this card's searchable, I doubt you'll use it. This is not a life point effect. But just once per turn during your standby phase is the second effect, right? Your fucking standby phase. I don't know about that one. I guess it is. I guess this will searchable would be really good because you just have one on your deck and you can just put it on your board whenever, and then it gets this constant recycling effect and stuff. That sounds kind of good. But yeah, I don't hold a lot of hope for it unless it's actually just searchable. All right. Spirit Converter. Once per turn, you can target one Xyz monster you control. Attach one face-up level 4 light monster you control to that target as an Xyz material. When this card is 6% from the field to the graveyard, target 2 level 4 light thunder type monsters with the same name in your graveyard. Add those targets to your hand. When this card oh, because it's a continuous. Okay. Not sure about this one, boys. I don't like this card. give it a yikes. Might be some dumb combo you can do with it, where you destroy it yourself to get some resources back, which would be kind of fun. Miss time. Oh, yeah, it's a when, not an if too. Yikes. That's a yikes. Not wrong. That makes it so much worse, actually. Okay. Yeah, we're not using this. There's no way. Moving on. Oh, okay. First, Xyz monster, and it's a Constellar. 2 level 4 Constellar monsters. Once per turn and during the damage step of either player's turn, when a Constellar monster you control is attacking or being attacked, you attach one Xyz from this card. That monster gains 1000 attack. Oh, wait. Is that... It's 2400. There's like 3400 on it just itself. Okay. So this is similar to the Shark that we got? But for Constellars, right? And without like the floating effect, so it's technically worse. But I can see this just having as a 1-of, or like a 2-of in your deck if you just happen to be able to make rank 4s and Constellar. That's kind of nice. 3400 attack there, boys. 3400 from rank 4, and it works with all your monsters, all your Constellars. That's a good card right there, and it's a normal, by the way. Like this is in the normals. This is a good card in the normals. That's exciting. All right. Hell yeah. All right, good chances gets play. Not much else to say about it. It just looks like a good card. It's just one of the ones you would probably want in your deck if you have room for it anyway, or if like you actually can summon. Because I have no idea how Constellars work. So if you actually don't have any level 4 monsters in the deck, or very few, you won't ride obviously. But if you've got a bunch of rank 4s in there, go right ahead. Or level 4s in there, go right ahead. Or just rank up fodder. True. Alright, moving on. Constellar Hieratic. 2 level 3 light monsters. Oh, it's rank 3, okay. Once per turn, you attach Xyz material from this card. Change all monster your opponent controls to face up defense position. So it swaps them all to defense. Ooh. Rank 3, okay. If that was a quick effect, man, that'd be sick. Not terrible though. Not terrible. There's plenty of monsters in this game that have low defense stat compared to their attack, so not terrible. Then again, would you run this? It depends on how much room you've got in your extra deck. It's not exactly a great effect. So I guess it also depends on if you actually have like an option to go into rank 3s often in the deck. If you don't have an option often and you have to like make yourself go into this card, you won't use it. But or as someone said in chat, but for ranking up cards, so I don't know if there must be some kind of ranking up card in here that might use this to go into this one or some shit, I don't know. We'll see. Not a terrible card for a rank 3, but it is a rank 3, so it's not great. You're probably better off trying to go into other things. There's a good chance you just won't play this card, unless you just happen to have room for it. Or like you have a bunch of level 3s. So we'll see. I have to wait till we see when we go over the other Constellars. Alright. On to the main part of the review. Zankye. Level 5 Warrior Earth Monster. His swiftly drawn blade delivers quick and fatal damage. Oh my, is this a new OTK card? It delivers fatal damage, I mean, holy shit. Pretty decent defense, stat line too, 1,700, I mean, whew. This man, an impressive looking beard there too. I don't know if you guys can see that. Could zoom in a little bit, I'm lazy. God damn. Alright. Pogger's card that one. Island Turtle. A huge turtle that is often mistaken for an island. A card called Island Turtle is often mistaken for an island. Like, really? We're really doing this? You know what it does look like though? What's that Pokemon's name? It looks like an island that's a Pokemon. Looks like that. Someone in chat will know what it is. That's what it looks like to me. Whenever I see this card, that's all I think of. Someone in chat knows what dumb Pokemon I'm thinking about. Torterra, is that it? Torterra? I don't know. There it is. There he is right there. Alright, moving on. Enough of Torterra over here. King Fog. A fiend that dwells in a blinding curtain of smoke. Damn. Level 3. How the hell is a king... How the hell is a crown stay on top of a pile of fog? It's an interesting card. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at these normal cards, and compared to normal, these are a lot like... compared to normal, these cards are a lot weaker than the previous boxes, you know? What the? There's only 3 of them for starters. Isn't there meant to be like a whole, like, 7 of these normal cards for me to go through? What the? What's going on here? There's meant to be more trash to look at. What's going on here? Alright, well... Other than Torterra, there's nothing too exciting here. And Mr. Lethal Damage, let's move on. Scared, actually scared. I want more normal cards in my boxes. I'm disappointed. Alright. Star Serif Sage. Once per turn, you can send 1 spell card from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon 1 Star Serif monster from your hand. Okay, might be usable. Send a Star Serif. Get another monster out. See summon. Just kind of depends on how many spell cards you're running, or if this is like the best way to do it. Because there's probably better ways to do it than this card. Better ways to Exceed Summon. I mean, it's not a terrible card, I guess. Also, can special summon any Star Serif, so maybe there's like some really big Star Serif, like a level 5 or something in here or something, and this card just is able to special summon it. That'd be kind of cool. Not a bad card though, seems alright. Probably not likely to be the main combo for the deck though, I imagine. Doesn't seem like that good of a card. Especially considering you have to have a spell for it to be usable. Kind of makes deck building rather awkward. Not terrible though, not terrible. Alright. Star Serif Sword. Once per turn you can send 1 Star Serif monster from your hand to the graveyard. This card gains attack equal to... Ugh. No, not unless there's a reason you want to have a Star Serif in the graveyard. You're not using this crap. If there's a specific reason you want a Star Serif in the grave, like you want to res it a second later using another card and combo off, or some card likes being in the grave or something, you're not using this shit. Even if this was a quick play, I doubt you would use it. Like if it was a quick effect, I still don't think you would use this shit. It is just bad. It is just bad. Unless, like I said, you want the Star Serif in the grave for some reason. You're bad. Let's move on. Fairy Archer. Okay. During your main phase, you can inflict 400 damage to your opponent for each face-up light monster you control. Wow. This card cannot attack during the same turn you activate the effect. Oh, it was just that powerful, was it? And it's a hard once per turn. Wow. This is 200 damage, by the way. For each face-up light monster, so you can do a maximum of 600 damage. That is some... Oof. Dude, actual meta breaker right here. You're going to see it in every single deck. Not even just light decks. You'll just see it in every deck. It can just do damage by itself. It is a light monster, you know. Yeah, Blue Eyes top tier. Gang W. Alright, moving on. It is obviously garbage. Alright. Radius the Half Moon Dragon. Is this guy made out of a moon? Okay. If your opponent controls a face-up Xyz monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Oh. If you do, this card's level becomes 8. Well, I doubt this will be used. There's, like, such a slim chance. Unless, for some reason, this becomes a tier 0 deck where the entire meta is Xyz monsters. You're just not using it. Might be a good side deck card if you know your opponent is playing Xyz monsters. But otherwise, you're not using this crap. It's a great side deck card though. Like, you can use this if you know your opponent's playing Xyz deck, you just run this in a tournament. Hella good turn too. And does look cool, that is true. Art is amazing. Yeah, but as a main deck card, as a ladder card, I wouldn't use this. You just end up getting rolled by decks that obviously are not Xyz decks. People that actually don't go into boxes like this. Alright, moving on. X-Blossom. Nice pun, Konami, good one. You can target one face-up Xyz monster your opponent controls. Equip this card from your hand or your side of the field to that target. If a monster equipped with this card with this effect has no Xyz materials, destroy the monster. While this card is equipped to a monster during each of your standby phases, nah. Again, very similar to this card. You're not going to use this unless it's a side deck kind of thing. And it's not really that, like, relevant anyway. It doesn't look that relevant to me. Like, you prefer to just run like why would you run this over a Karma card, right? You just prefer a Karma card over this shit. Terrible going first. So it's only good going second-ish. You just run Karma card over this shit. I wouldn't use this. Very adorable art though. Very adorable art. And obviously, like I said, it's useless if your opponent isn't running any Xyz monsters, so not using this. Alright. Digital Bug LED. It's Ladybug. LED bug. Cannot be used as an Xyz material for an Xyz summon except for the Xyz summon of an insect monster. Once per turn, when this face-up card is changed from attack position to defense position, you can add one level 3 insect monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, an Xyz monster that was summoned using this card on the field is considered against the effect. When this card is chosen on the battle, draw one card. I mean, it doesn't sound great unless you have specifically ways to change its battle position. But if you have ways to change its battle position, that's really good because it's just a searcher. Searchers are great. But if there's no way to change its battle position, it's probably a dead card. Also, if you just happen to be able to summon this from the deck just because you just can, you can just give your Xyz monster the bonus effect, sure. But then you'd only run it as a one-of, so... Unless there's a way to change this card's battle position and it's actually used as like your searching combo, you won't use this card. I like the that kind of card design though, where like the monsters used to exceed give the monster effects. I really like that kind of shit. So that'd be kind of fun. That'd be kind of fun. Alright. Yeah, I don't think we're going to use this unless we see like some specific combo later on for them. Digital Bug Centibid. Cannot be used as it seems. Okay, same as the other one. Once per turn, when this face-up card is changed from attack position to defense position, you special summon. Okay, so there's got to be a way to change their battle position. There's got to be. They all have the effect. Special summon one level 3 insect monster from your deck in defense position. An Xyz summon. An Xyz monster summon gains what effect? This card can attack all defense monsters your opponent controls once each. Oh, does it change all monsters on board's battle position? That'd be kind of cool. And then it could attack all of them. That'd be a cool combo. Okay. Alright, so if there's actually ways to search, that's kind of sick. You probably use this card then. Plus this card can special summon this card from the deck. There's an Xyz right there, and it gets the effect of draw and the attack once each. That's cool. I like that. Okay. Now we just have to see what the the card is used to change their battle position. Where is it? If there is one, this deck might actually be something. Alright. Digital Bug Cocoon Denser. Cannot be used to blah blah blah. Once per turn, if this card is in attack position, you can target one level 3 insect monster in your graveyard, change this card to defense position, and if you do, special summon that monster in defense position. And I see someone, if this card attacks a defense monster, your opponent's cards and effects cannot be activated until the end of the damage step. Okay, so this one brings them back from the graveyard. I like that too. I like that. Okay. Yes, this is looking real good. This is looking real juicy, boys. I'm liking it. Nothing super top tier, but you know, just some nice little bugs to support the deck is what we like to see. Look, we haven't seen the card that makes the deck super like OP or like amazing yet. We haven't seen the Xyz monsters, and as we know in Duel Links, currently the Xyz monsters are what letting down the decks, because most of the decks we've got currently are like really consistent Xyz summoning. They just summon a lot of crap. So let's just see what kind of bugs we get from this, or if there's any better bugs in this stuff. Not a bad start though for the normals. Not a bad start. Here's some good bugs. I'm liking them all. A Searcher with draw on it. Technically, we've got an Xyz summon straight from deck. Sounds pretty sick. And we've got a way to summon one from grave. Also sounds really sick. So good stuff. Moving on from the bugs. Constellar Hieratic. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can summon this card from your hand. I don't particularly like those kinds of effects, so obviously they're only good going second, but we'll keep going. Once per turn, you target a monster you control or in your graveyard, this card's level becomes the current level of that monster. This card can be any of the Constellar levels, which is pretty good. This card can be used, okay, and it cannot be used in Xyz summon except for Constellars. Alright, this card could be really good in that if there's a way, like no matter what Xyz monster you're going into, if this is in your hand and you can summon it, or it's in your graveyard and you can summon it, you can always summon that Constellar. You know, it's very versatile in that sense. So I guess the first effect isn't that great though, makes it a little bit weaker, but not a bad card. A good chance it will get used, especially if they're searchable, and I'm pretty sure there's searches in Constellar, so it's a good chance it gets used just because it can just be any level. So might use it. Not super hyped about it though. First effect isn't all that great. Like even if we look at the current Hazy deck, they didn't use the Hazy monster that can special summon itself when your opponent's got a thing. They just skipped out on it entirely. It's just not like great having that kind of an effect. But we'll see. We'll see if there's anything else the deck has to offer. This card doesn't like make the deck broken or anything yet. We're looking for some actual decent cards. Alright. Noble Knight Each Tar. So there's actually Noble Knight support. One box late, but sure. You can match 2 Knight monsters from your graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. You target. You can only use this effect once per turn. A Synchro or Xyz summon of a Noble Knight monster using this card as material cannot be negated. Also, the opponent can activate cards or effects when that monster is special summoned. It's level 5. Okay. Well, my main thought when I see this is that, like, Nobles don't really have, like, their combo is already extremely consistent, so this card doesn't really help them. They don't need more consistency on their combo or anything. No, they didn't actually need more consistency on their combo, so we just need, like, better protection for them, like with their hand trap negate they could have gotten or whatever, so I don't particularly see this card as anything too exciting. It's obviously good if you draw it later on and your opponent's removed your monsters. Yeah. Not super keen on it though. It seems okay, but like I don't think like as much you want to replace in Noble Knight decks for this right now, because your deck's already consistent. Plus they already have like Noble Knight already has like floating and shit in it, so running like comeback cards when the deck already has like its own little comeback mechanics in it, it's kind of weird. It's probably alright to try out, but I'm not like... I think this card won't change Noble Knight's tier, we'll just say that. I don't think this card makes the deck better. It can probably be used, but it's not going to make the deck better. It'll stay the same. Next card. Alright, another Noble Knight support. Alright, Noble Knight Iman? It's like Pokemon. If a Noble Arms spell, equipped spell becomes equipped to this card, you can special summon one Noble Knight token. Oh, level 4. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except Noble Knight monsters. Ooh. And this card is equipped with no external gains, so it gains a little bit of attack buff as well. So this card equips with a monster, you can make any rank 4s. Any rank 4 Noble Knights, which we do have one, right? This was the Spellcaster one was rank 4, wasn't it? I don't want to see any spoilers, but... So it just makes this thing. Equip one spell, you can make this thing. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Oh, you can't use tokens for Xyz? Oh. You're not wrong. So what's the point of it then? What's the point of this card then? Links? Yeah, I think they're the game might be called Duel Links, but I think that's the wrong format, Konami. Getting prepared a bit too early for that one. I think they went to put this in their new Master Rule game and put this in this one by accident. Unlucky. Alright, moving on. It's garbage. Yeah, we forgot that little that little bottom line of text, you know? You can't actually use tokens for Xyz summons. Oops. That's unfortunate. Alright. Witch Doctor of Sparta. Inflict 500 damage to your opponent each time monster is special summoned from... Nope, moving on. Golem Dragon. Your opponent cannot target face-up dragon-type monsters for attacks except... Nope, moving on. If this card is in your graveyard... It's not a tune or anything, is it? No, it's nothing. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Utopia Xyz monster you control, attach this card from the graveyard to it as an Xyz material. So I guess the idea is you use like Utopia to remove this, then you attach it again or something, although that's kind of weird since it's level 2. Eh. Only works with specifically Utopia. Utopia isn't even like a level... Like, if Utopia was a level 2, this might be usable, but level... You have to, the only way this card's usable is if you actually, like, change it to 4 so it can be Xyzed in the first place or whatever. I guess you can, if you can send it to the grave with something, or I don't know. Looks kinda garbo. Not a fan. Unless I'm missing something here and there's some like weird support later on, this card just seems bad. Alright, moving on. Ooh, is this being reprinted? Damn, we're getting downbeat again. Okay, I like downbeat. Pretty decent reprints actually. Getting all the Hieratics actually. That's like all of them, right? Those are the 3 main ones. I'm not sure where the what other cards they had, but I know these were the 3 main ones. They had a spell card, right? There was like a spell of some from hand that we didn't get reprinted. And this is later on. And that seems like a decent bit of reprinting. I'll take it at least. If people don't have it already. Kind of whack they're being taken out of the EX deck. I mean, if you haven't got that EX deck by now, mate, come on. It's been out a while. I think if we're going to take cards from decks that have been out for like... That's why I don't really like the Blue Eyes argument. People complain that, oh, I just spent so many gems on this Blue Eyes deck and now it's getting a structure deck. Mate, the deck's been out for like 2 years. Unless you're a new player, you have no place to complain about that shit. Yeah. Plus it's probably still cheaper to get, you know, the EX deck than going into this box to try and get full copies of them, I guess, maybe. And it depends on how much you actually have to go in this box for the Hieratic cards. Alright. Hieratic Seal of Banishment. Tribute 1 Hieratic monster to target 1 card your opponent controls. Banish that target. So it's like... We know these kind of trap cards are alright, because obviously... I wish I could just look up popular trap. Is it like popular in here? This is just Ballista Squad, it's just easier. You got like Ballista Squad, just the same kind of thing. Plus Tribute. And these cards, is it the Tribute? It is. These cards love to be tributed. These cards love to be tributed. It's literally just a better Ballista Squad for the archetype. It might be kind of weird to use though, unless you kind of end on one of these along with like your Xyz summon. Because I assume this deck will Xyz summon. Because otherwise, like, there's no real use for the trap card. But there's a good chance we will actually use this card. It doesn't seem bad. It's just like a Karma cut for this deck, or a Ballista Squad for this deck, like kind of the 2 cards combined. plus tributing effects for your Hieratics that like to be tributed. So I do like this card. Should be good. Should be alright. Especially if it's searchable. Like if you just end your full combo and you just have this on the board afterwards, that'd be kind of nice. Not gonna say it's a guaranteed include, it just kind of depends on how the deck plays out, but it's not a bad card for the archetype anyway. Oh, you're right. It targets anything. It doesn't target just monsters, it targets cards. I didn't even think about that. It's gonna literally remove back row as well. You're not wrong. Good spotting there, chat. Good stuff. That is a feels good, man. Alright, that's a pretty decent card. Good stuff. We'll see how it goes. See how if it gets played in the deck or not. Hieratic Seal of Reflection. When a spell, trap, card, or monster effect is activated... Is this an Omni Negate? Ooh. Ooh. That's an Omni Negate, boys. If this is searchable, that is insane. That's a turn on Omni Negate. If this deck has a searcher, this deck is already getting pretty pog. That's an Omni Negate, lads. Like Tellarknight, only these guys like to be tributed, so it's a bit different. Like, you'll still end with something left afterwards when you use this. Rarity Omni Negate. Alright. Not bad, not bad. We already saw how good these kind of Omni Negate trap cards are in, like, Tellarknight. It seems to be like their deck's main win condition. So, I like that. I like it. Exciting, exciting. This deck's shaping up to be pretty good right now. Okay, and we're only in the rares, so we'll see what this deck has to offer, boys. This is some good shit so far, though. This is already like, I don't know. It's already some good support. Nothing too insane yet, though. I'm waiting for the Xyz monsters to tell me how good this deck is. Alright. Moving on from that one. Hello? I want to look... Okay. Let's see if you guys can actually see the card. Yeah, good enough. Light Wing Shield. When a monster attack is negated, activate one of these effects. It becomes the end phase of this turn. Oh god. Target one Utopia Xyz monster you control. Its attack becomes double its original attack until the end of this turn. Okay. If a Utopia Xyz monster you control will detach exactly one Xyz shield to activate its effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. So, we don't really care about this too much, because Utopia's effect is already garbage, so... Yeah. It's already hard enough to actually get use out of your Utopia's effect, because people just remove the card, so... So far, not too great, unless there's some, like... Yeah. Other Utopia card in here that is actually good for this. Because the actual Utopia we had is garbage, so... Wait until we see the next Utopia in the box to determine whether or not this is good or not. They can't remove it though for Power of the Guardians. Oh my god, huge brain. Even without searching, Hieratics play either White Earth and Skips or Advanced Draw to tribute. That is true. Yeah, they do. Alright. So it does get all these pretty easily. Alright, moving on. Not a fan, not a fan. We'll see. Another Utopia card. Okay, I should have put Utopia in the title. What am I doing? Equip only to a Utopia monster. It cannot be destroyed by card effects. Oh my god, it's insane. Each time an attack is negated, place one rising counter on this card. Oh my god. The creature monster gains fire attack for each rising counter on this card. If the creature monster you control would detach its season shield to activate its effect, you can treat this card as one it sees. Okay. I mean, you make a pretty beefy Utopia, but people are just going to remove the rising slash, so infinite negates. What? Alright, I think we're going to wait until we see the rest of the... I'm getting a lot of he doesn't knows in chat, so negate attacks is what you mean. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to wait until we see the rest of the Utopia cards in here. Alright, because I don't really get the point of this so far. Like, if this is like what you're using to base around your just like Utopia, it's not gonna... Utopia's garbage, so let's see if the other Utopia SRs are in here so I can judge these cards properly, because I can't really judge them right now without just going, like, Utopia's garbage, why would you want to buff it? Alright. Number 83, Galaxy Queen. 3 level 1 monsters. They never want to do 2 level 1s, always 3. Once per turn, you can attach one exceeding material from this card. Until the opponent's next end phase, the monster you currently control cannot be destroyed by battle. Oh, okay. And if they attack a defensive monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. What? Okay. Interesting stall card there. Unlikely to be used unless you can just... I don't know where this card would fit in, but I don't think we're going to use this for anything, right? Yeah, we ain't using this thing. It's like some weird stall card thing. Yeah. When we've got 3 slots in the game, it's kind of weird. Ojama Turbo? Hell yeah. Install an Ojama, PogChamp. How do you summon 3 level 1? Mate, Ojama's right there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan. If you're required to, it'd see playing Blue Eyes. Maybe. I guess it sends the level 1 to the grave, so it'd activate the Stone's effect or whatever, so maybe. Maybe, possible. Their X deck is pretty stacked though, so it might be hard to take a card out for it. Alright, moving on. We're not using this shit. Number 68. Sanafond the Sky Prison. 2 level 8 monsters, okay. Level 8s, that's spicy. Gain 100 attack and defense for each monster in the graveyard. So it can get pretty big, not that big though. Once per turn, you attach material from this card. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither player can special summon monsters from the graveyard. Huh. It's kind of like a really weak version of that other card, whatever it's called. The actual graveyard countering card, whatever it's called. You guys know what I'm talking about. The actual graveyard exceeds monster. Necro Valley with legs. Necro Valley feels like a big floating fortress thing. Yeah, Abyss Dweller. It's kind of like a fat defense stat too, so you can just make a massive wall out of this shit. Is the I assume the until the end of your opponent's next turn includes the second effect as well, despite the comma there. It's not just until your next turn, this card can't be destroyed by card effects, and neither player can special summon from graveyard, so it's just like a permanent effect. They're both part of the detaching material, right? Like it's only good. They both last until the end of the turn, right? Your opponent's next turn. Still pretty lit though. Might even just be a good turn 1 play, honestly. Yes, yeah. All right. It's not even a bad turn 1 play. You just summon a card that can't be destroyed by card effects. Has a massive defense stat. Can be really hard to get over. And it locks your opponent out of special summoning from grave. That's a really good... Yeah, it's a pretty good card, actually. Its name fits well, being a Sky Prison. It's pretty good. I like it. I like it. Good chance we see this card around the place, especially if there's any more Shiranui graveyard decks pop up again. What's the... I don't want to look at the tier list, do I? I don't want to see, like... Are there, like, specific graveyard decks anymore? Oh, God. It doesn't really stop invoked. It's not really a Necro Valley, it just stops special summoning, right? Like some stuff it hits, but it's not that great. I think it might just be an alright turn 1, I don't know. Stops Fire King, I guess. That's true. Goki. Alright, well. Good card, good little tech card, could be fun. I assume any rank 8 deck that can run rank 8 will probably run it, just because they can. Let's move on to the exciting stuff. The fucking bugs. Alright, let's see it. Let's see some bugs. Alright. Digital bug Rhinocebus. Rhinocebus? Fuck do I know? 2 or more level 7 light insect type monsters, so rank 7. You can also exceed some of this card by attaching 2 exceed materials from a... Ooh! You can also exceed some of this card by attaching 2 exceed materials from a rank 5 or 6 insect exceed monster you control, then using that card as an exceed monster exceed material. Ooh! So you exceed summon into one, then you can just immediately go into the next one. That's cool as shit. If this card attacks a monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can attach it to this card. Destroy the face-up monster your opponent controls with the highest defense. So it can pop something too. So you can just rank up all the way to this and then pop something. Okay. That's cool as shit. I like it. And we've already seen this is the deck that has the mask change, yeah? So you might even have to detach materials to summon it. You can just summon it and then just have a fuck ton of materials. Yeah, your choice of tide's pretty big too. Okay. Not an insane effect. It's nothing to get too PogChampy over yet, but it's pretty good. I don't mind it. You know, it's alright. Let's see how the rest of the deck goes. Let's move on to the next one. I really like it though. It's kind of fun. This bug deck at least looks fun to play, even if it turns out to be garbage. It looks fun to play. Like I'm sure I'll have a lot of fun with this. If it's not like if it's rogue tier, I'll have a lot of fun with it. If it's like terrible, then yeah, we'll see. It seems really fun. All right, so this is the level 3. Why would they put this in order of 3, 5, 7? Okay, whatever. Okay, so 2 level 3 insects. Once per turn during other player's turn, you can attach 2 exceeding materials from this card, then target 1 monster your opponent controls, change its battle position. And if you do, it has its effects negated until the end of this turn. Once per turn, when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle into the graveyard, you can attach the destroyed monster to this card as an exceeds material. So I assume this is just going to be used for climbing, because its effect doesn't seem all that great. It seems like this is just your climber. You're level 3 to go with your level 3, so this is your starting one. I mean, changing your battle position isn't even that bad. And it does negate the effects, that's pretty cool. It has a negating thing on it. So it's not terrible. You can just use this, you can summon this, use its effects to negate your opponent's monster, change its battle position, then use the bug signal on it to go into the next one. So like you can use this effect, then use the next monster effect that comes out. So it does seem alright. It does seem okay. Yeah, it does seem alright. It's just being for hella fun. It looks really fun. Exceeds climbing sounds like so much fun actually. Oh, yeah, it actually is level 3 light insect type, so it's probably just going to be used with the archetype, in archetype stuff. We'll see. It does look like hella fun though. I'm excited to give this shit a go. Especially it's like this is the starting one, something like two level 3s. That's pretty nuts for a 2 level 3 card anyway. Rank 3 card. That's some good effects. Alright. 2 more level 5 light insect type monsters. You can see some of this card retaining 2 exceeds from rank 3, so same as the this one. So it's the climbing one. Fuck. Go back. Once per turn, you can attach 1 exceed material from this card, then target 1 defense position monster your opponent controls, shuffle it into the deck. Ooh. A shuffle into the deck effect, eh? Yo, that's good against it, right? That's some good Desperado counters right there. Don't have to worry about destroying them if you're shuffling them. Once per turn, if the battle position of a monster on the field is changed, you can attach 1 material monster from your graveyard to this card as an exceeds material. Oh, there's gotta be some good changing stuff in this deck, right? There's gotta be some battle position changing stuff in this deck to go with this stuff. Like a spell card or something. It's shaping up to look really good though. Like if you summon this and there's some way to change the battle position of everything on the board, shuffle it, activate all the effects of these guys, that kind of shit. Oh, it sounds really fun. I want to play this deck so bad. It looks like so much fun. I'm not even like much of a fan of insect decks, but this deck actually looks fun. I guess because normally all the insect decks are like Stoolie and Crawler and crap. This actually looks really fun. Not sure how good it will be. I think it mostly depends on if we have any cards like enemy controller, but like in archetype stuff. That'd be kind of cool. So I don't want to rely on enemy controller as like the only battle position changing thing. Because I don't think enemy controller targets your own stuff, right? I don't think. So it won't work with your little guys. Enemy con. It doesn't, right? Yeah, it doesn't work. So, not bad, not bad. We'll see. These cards do look really fun. Excited to see if there's any further support for the deck. If there's any further support, this could be fun. At least rogue tier. All right. Which is all I want from decks. I don't care too much if they're like top tier meta, although I prefer the new decks get top tier. But if they're at least playable and like the battling box of shit we got, I'm a lot more happy. All right, Constellar Omega. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can attach my season from this card. All Constellar monsters you currently control are unaffected by spell trap effects this turn. It is a quick effect, right? Yeah, during either player's turn, so that makes it a quick effect, right? So you can use it in response to your opponent's back row, which makes it a lot better. They can Karma Cut before you make this, but it also forces your opponent to actually Karma Cut before you make it, rather than Karma Cutting your Xyz monster. So, not terrible, not terrible. Will you use it though? There's not a whole lot of situations like, unless the deck can consistently get out like multiple Xyz in one turn, you're probably not going to use this because this isn't obviously your boss monster. If this is like as far as your deck goes, that's just the deck will suck. So it's always just like a little support card that they can run. If they can summon rank 4s, go right ahead. I think they already had a rank 4 somewhere here, so they must have some way of summoning them. It's not terrible, not terrible. It's not just nothing like super exciting. We're waiting for like the big boss Constellars to come along to tell us if the deck's actually good or not. You'll probably just run like one of these if you want it in there, because why not? Alright. Wait, is this a normal monster? Ooh, is that a level 6 dragon tuner? Normal monster? Ooh. A level 6 tuner monster, boys. And it's a dragon. And normal. I like that. The ancients compared this prized creature to moonlight rippling across water, a bringer of harmony, reminder of past glories, able to soothe the hearts of even the most ambitious of men. Ooh. Ambitious men, hey? Ooh. Bit of a player, this one. Good with Hieratic? I'm sure it is. A level 6 tuner, boys. I wonder what decks we can mess around with this in and not just Hieratic. There's probably some dumb stuff we can do with this. I like it though, this looks like fun. Excited to play with this. I assume the main use of it is going to be in the new Hieratic deck though. Which is kind of weird considering they're meant to be like an Xyz archetype. But who knows, maybe they'll run some synchros as well just because they can. Alright, not bad. Good card, good card. Masked Dragon. This card's try balance into the graveyard. You can special summon one. Okay, so we're way over these Mystic Tomato style cards. We don't use them in Duel Links. Unless you're playing Winder, which like destroys from... Like if it just goes to the grave, it can use its effect. You're not playing this shit. We're not... Mystic Tomato, we're a bit past you. Alright. Star Serif Scale. When this card is special summoned, you can special summon one Star Serif monster from your hand, then place one light monster from your graveyard on top of your deck. An Xyz monster that was summoned using 3 or more monsters, including this card on the field, as Xyz material gains this effect. Once per turn, once per turn, while this card has Xyz material, if a monster is special summoned from hand, immediately draw 1 card. This seems like a pretty decent combo card, right? It seems like a really good combo card. If you only monsters that require 3 level 4s, here's your way of doing it. Okay, that seems pretty good. Pretty good. Not bad, not bad. It's obviously a combo extender of stuff though, so we're waiting for the good stuff to show how this card gets special summoned in the first place, or searched for, or whatever. But not bad. Good combo extender. Good stuff for if you need specifically 3 ranks on the board, or 3 cards on the board. Yeah, so we'll see. When this card's normal summon, special summon. Yeah, okay. I literally guessed because I saw like such a small line of text. I'm like, I bet this card just special summons it from hand. Alright, so this card special summons this card, special summons another card. That's pretty pog. That's some good shit right there. So 3 of these, and there's your Xyz summon into a rank 4 3 material. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Excited to try that out as well. Not as excited as I am for the bugs, but these cards seem alright. Have we seen any of their like Xyz monsters yet? Like the reason we're trying to summon these boys? We haven't, right? So we're still waiting to see like the reason we're trying to do this. There's more, well, there has to be more, otherwise you're just doing nothing so far. But yeah, these cards are obviously good cards, just summoning, special summoning from hand for an Xyz, sure. And this card, if you can get in hand with this one, there you go, you got a cool combo that can go into a big one. Good stuff. This card's a little bit less exciting than this one though. It depends on if we're actually using 3 materials or not. Alright, moving on. Another bug, boys, another bug. Let's get hyped. Cannot be used, it seems to. Okay, we know that already. Once per turn, you can target one face-up attack position monster you control, change it to defense. Ooh! Ooh. And if you do, special summon. Ooh! Special summon 1 level 3 insect monster from your hand in defense position. Can it target itself? Oh, it can target itself. The defense of all face-up monsters your opponent controls becomes 0. Also, wait, and 0. Also change them to defense position. Ooh! Ooh! We got the 2-in-1, boys. We got a monster that changes yours, and a monster that changes your opponent's, and reduces their attack to 0. Oh! Yeah, that is a nut right there. If I've ever seen one, that's a nut. Thank God it can target itself though. Oh, that's a nut. Oh, let's go. Bug's looking pretty lit. Let's go. Yeah, it's only R rarity. Imagine if there's actually more support in this box for the bugs. How can they get better? Oh, Buggles, let's go. Joy's become Bug's life soon. Hey, don't hate. Spoiler. Stop that. Alright, that's pretty fun. Damn. And it's all free to play as fuck. That is some cheap shit right there, boys. God, I hope it's Rogue tier. I can make a free to play video on it. You know how good that would be if it's actually not garbage. God, I hope it's not garbage. God, I hope it's not garbage. It looks like so much fun to play too. They have their own mask change, dude. Alright, moving on from the bugs. They're exciting. We're not sure if they're actually going to be decent or not. They're very cheap, so it won't matter if they're not really, because they're just cheap, so. Alright, Constellar Claws. It's like Santa Claus. What the? Cannot be used as synchro material. Cannot be used as okay. After time of a turn, you can target one Constellar monster on the field and activate one of these effects. Increase level by 1, reduce level by 1. Okay, so this card is, I assume, used with some kind of combo. It seems pretty garbage, so unless there's some kind of combo that you need this for, where you need to change another monster's level, you're not going to use it. It by itself does fucking nothing. So nothing too excited about this card yet. We'll have to wait till we see, again, we're still waiting for the actual PogChamp Constellars. We see all these okay-ish cards that are like good little support stuff, but we haven't seen anything, you know, PogChamp like these bugs, you know? Yeah, so unless you're using this for some kind of combo, you won't use this card. But yeah. If it exists, maybe you have some combo you want to use it for. Alright, moving on, next card. Parsec, the Interstellar Dragon. I thought it said Parsec, the Insect Dragon. I was like, what? More insect support? I was like, okay. I'm getting too hyped over a bunch of fucking bugs. If you control a level 8 monster, you can normal summon this card without tributing. Hey, it combos with the other level 8 thing in here. Wow. The fucking combos right here. Your opponent's playing some, an Xyz deck, you've got the strat. Unlikely you're using this, unless you have some, like, combo that already starts with level 8 on board, obviously. Like some special summon or whatever, because it has to normal summon itself to do it. And it's probably better just to play a deck like Blue Eyes that can just get a Blue Eyes out without having to worry about having some kind of specific scenario. You know? Because Blue Eyes don't generally... I guess they can, when they use like the spell card that just summons it, or the other guy. I guess it does work in Blue Eyes quite well. Because they do actually special summon the guys quite well. So my Blue Eyes is good, but it does do it with a normal summon, which is kind of odd. Does Blue Eyes have room for a card like this? I don't know. I guess with the new Hieratic stuff too, it might be easier to do as well. So you obviously tribute these guys for a Blue Eyes, and you can just normal summon this. It's probably not going to be good in like a standard Blue Eyes deck, but a deck that like summons Blue Eyes like Hieratic, it might be alright. So I think Blue Eyes is already very consistent on trying to get 2 Blue Eyes out in one turn, if they want to. They can just run a ton of stuff that can do it. They can even start running like Silver's Cry, whatever the hell it's called. Like I don't think they need cards like this to do that. Yeah, I think it would take some like really specific combo for this to be used. I think just that as a normal summon is kind of weird. We'll see. I'm not super hyped about it though. Yeah, I don't think it's that exciting. I don't think it'll be used. That's just a guess, blind guess. We'll see. All right, Arnold Schwarzenegger Limit Dragon. If your opponent controls a monster with 2,000 or more attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. Yeah, I don't like those kinds of effects. But again, it's another level 8. It's just better than this one. Arnold. Hey, let's just start calling this card Arnold, right? That's what it is, right? We see the name. This is the Terminator right here. Oh my god. Yeah. Having your opponent type of control a monster to use it is a big downer. So I doubt we're using this. It's a yikes from me, dog. This one has way more chance of use than this one. You don't run cards that are only usable going second. You don't play the game like that. We'll give that a hard pass. It was like a level 8 because it is a level 8 Pepega. Shut up. Alright. Oh, a Karibo. Oh, cutie. Karibo Evolved. You can target one Xyz monster that has an... You can target one Xyz monster... What? Okay. English. You can target one Xyz monster that has material detached from material from it, and if you do, special summon a Karibo from your deck. Ah, but you have to normal summon this as well. Ugh. I mean... rank 1 spam, I guess, but let's give it a hard... Nah. Unless something insane rank 1's coming up. You know, let's just give it a... No. He can be used twice. Why would you want to use him twice? You have an Xyz monster on board to use this guy's effect in the first place. And you have him on board already. So then you summon another Karibo without using its effect once. How are you summoning another one? You have no room left. Alright, moving on to the SRs. We're not using this. Halfway to Forever. Okay. Target 2 monsters in your graveyard. Special summon both, but negate their effects if any. And if you do, immediately after you use this fate, resolve Xyz summon one light Utopia or Utopia Xyz monster using only those 2 monsters. God, okay, I'll tell you right now, I really don't like Utopia. So if I sound like at all like disappointed when I read these cards, it's because I just don't like Utopia. So I'm waiting for the big insane Utopia card to change my mind, because so far I see these cards and I just go, ugh, God, I have to run Utopia. So, is my favourite monster? Oh God, poor you. Yeah. I mean, maybe it's good. I don't think we're using this trap though. I don't think we're using it. It doesn't even help, like, just Xyz summon in the first place. It's just, if your monster gets removed, which Utopia always does, this card can then at least bring it back, you know? I think we're waiting for like the Utopia double, whatever it's called, that like OTKs people. That might actually be a usable card. We'll see though. I assume there's some Utopias coming up, because we're getting all this Utopia support, and if it's just for the rank 4 that we've got currently, you're not going to build a deck around that. So we're going to wait till we see the ones that go on top of it, or the rank ups, whatever the fuck they're called. Alright. High Five the Sky. Oh, don't be another one. During your battle phase, target one face-up Xyz monster attack this turn. It can make a second attack during this battle phase. If it does so using this effect, your opponent cannot activate cards effects until the end of the damage step. That is a very, very slow OTK card if I've ever seen one. That is a big meme card. That is a no. We are not using that. High five the ground. Yeah, we're not using that. It's just a meme card. Just a big fat meme. Alright, moving on. Thunder Spark Dragon. 3 level 4 monsters. Okay. Once per turn, you can activate one of these effects. Detach 3 Exceeds materials from this card. Destroy all other face-up monsters on the field. Oh. Detach 5 Exceeds material. Destroy all other cards your opponent controls. Huh. That's actually not bad. Huh. Not sure how you get 5 Exceeds materials on this, but the 3's already pretty pog. There's plenty of decks that can summon 3, and you can just run this as like a 1-off just because you can. Just nukes your opponent's board. Just like just a card you can run if you can summon it. It sounds pretty good. It doesn't sound like a card you'd build your deck around, but it sounds like a really fun card to just stuff into any of your rank 4 decks as like a decent bit of support for them, so they're not complete garbage. So we are lacking in like the Exceeds department right now. We're looking for some good Exceeds monsters to like generic Exceeds to stick in all your decks. I guess this might be one of them. It is 3 rank 4s to summon, so it's kind of awkward, but might be alright. Is a powerful Star Serif common that basically guarantees this card? What do you mean? This one into this one, into summon another one to get out this boy. Wow. This card probably limits you some way. Haven't read it, but I see this is a light dragon, so maybe it summons it anyway, who knows. Alright, moving on. This card seems fun. It's good as a generic. It might be good in some like archetype deck if you can run these. Might be good. But yeah, let's move on. Hieratic Dragon, King of Atom. 2 level 6 dragon monsters. Okay, so these are all levels. Which one's these level 6? The big one, right? So we've got 1 level 6 here, plus any of the guys they summon. So like this dude, for example, any of the normal monsters they summon. Once per turn, you can attach 1 material from this card. Special summon 1 dragon monster from your deck, but makes attack and defense 0. So you can summon stuff for tribute. So you combo, you do your Hieratic combo, where you get 2 level 6s out. You summon this. You then put a any of your dragons on the board that like to be tributed, and you've got the trap card set. Either of these 2 trap cards, an Omni Negate and a Karma Cut. Plus, once it goes off, you get to summon another monster from your deck. So there's already a pretty neat little combo for it. So I like that. That's already a good start. That's a good fucking start. Really good turn 1. Turn 2, this card is obviously not that great. But turn 1, it sounds sick so far. Very good, very good. Not to mention, there's other combos you can do with this. For example, this card doesn't change the level of the monster you summon. So this card could summon a level 8 from the deck. And then you special summon another level 8 somehow. Holy shit, you've now got this card and a big level 8 monster on board. Like level 8 Exceeds monster on board, you know? So it doesn't even negate the effects of the dragon monster, right? It's like if there's any sick dragon monsters, is that what's like a really sick dragon monster in the game that just has a really good effect? You can just summon, even though it has 0 attack and defense, it just has a good effect. You know, there's got to be something. So like, there's plenty of this card's really like it's really fun. Could be fun. Alternative dragon. True, we're actually getting that in the game soon, right? Ooh, spicy. Spirit Right, just use it for some removal. True, back row removal. Which can then swap itself out for a Blue Eyes in hand. Who you assign Red Eyes Darkness Dragon? Yeah, we're talking about fucking Julies here, mate. Alright, there's probably some cool stuff you can do with this. I could go through all the dragon monsters in the game, but I really can't be bothered now. But this card seems really good. You either use it to set up a nice bit of back row for yourself, or you can use it just to combo off further into big boys, or you can use it to summon a Spirit of Light or something, you know? It does sound really fun. Or just, you know, like someone said in chat, the tuner. It does sound fun. You can even just use it just like econ. You summon this thing something out just to econ take something. Brilliant. Like imagine you do like the combo, right? You summon this card, you summon your Hieratic. You can econ take your opponent's monster and then summon whatever normal monster you have in the deck. Then you can exceed someone using your opponent's monster. That just sounds so fun. Or synchro summon using your opponent's monster if you've got a level 6 tuner. That sounds so good. Actually so good. It doesn't even take much setup too. Like it takes fuck all setup for this. You just need 2 level 6s. Which in Hieratics sounds really easy to me. Sounds really easy. Yeah, it sounds really easy. So, could be real fun to use this card, especially if it, like, it might not even just be a Hieratic only card. I don't know, it sounds real fun. Alright, moving on. Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger. 2 level 7 monsters. I'm pretty sure I saw this card leaked before, so I know what it does. You can only exceed summon this card by using a rank 5 or 6 exceeds monster you control as material. Transform materials to this card. So this is like a climber. If this card takes finish a monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. So, yeah. Yeah, you use this in your decks that happen to run 5 or 6s already, just because you can. Maybe you want the attack buff, maybe you want the piercing for lethal damage. Maybe you use this in your bug deck that puts them all to 0 defense, 0 attack thing, if you can actually do that. I don't even know. There's no 6s in here, is there? There's all 5. Can this be used on top of the bug boy? Can you like change them all to defense? Get this bug out, then summon this dude, do 2600 piercing? I don't know if that's actually a thing, but as I don't know what the limitations were of these cards, I don't really remember. But that's like a cool little strat where you just turn them all to defense, have 0 attack, do all your bug stuff, and summon this for that 2600, they're dead. Fiendish Chain dodge, true. The rank 7 bug already does piercing? Oh, well. Is this like a poker trio? I'm thinking about it. Wasn't there one of these that makes them attack everything as well? Oh god, stop getting me excited about bugs, boys. Moving on. I need to stop thinking about the bugs. Alright, I'm getting too hot and bothered on this stream. Oh, we're getting a bit too moist around here. Moving on. Alright, Sacred Noble Knight. Oh, it's a Noble Knight Exceed, okay. You can attach, you can attach any number of materials from this card, then target that many cards your opponent controls, return them to hand, huh? Ooh. Oh, that's a good Exceed. Oh, that's a good Exceed, boys. I can actually stop calling Noble Knights garbage. If this card's destroyed by an Arcana Faints its graveyard, to put someone Noble Knight monster in your deck, except Sacred Sword, so yeah, same kind of floaty effects. If you do, attach this card from your graveyard to that monster's material. Oh wait, it floats into another Exceed? Oh, it floats into an Exceed? Oh, it gives it a material. Oh. What the? What? Why was this not in the last box? Why did they wait? Please, Daddy Konami. I can stop calling Noble Knights shit finally. There's actually no way. Okay, they've got to be good after this. They've got to be. If they're currently considered by DLM, although I think that's a lot of bullshit, to be tier 2, like I said, I think it's a load of bullshit currently, this has got to at least make them like stapled at tier 2. These are some good stuff. This is some good shit right here. Oh, returns to hand with... Oh. It is target, by the way. I said it was non-target in chat. Then target that many cards your opponent controls from hand. Yeah, so it is target, but it's return to hand, boys. Countering the tier 1 Desperado, not destroying anything. Good stuff. I do like it. I like it. I do like it. Getting countered by Misjudge, maybe. Hazy Flame will make that useless. Hazy Flame? Wow, that top tier Hazy Flame deck that everyone's playing right now, that you see just all over the ladder. Someone in the chat's living the dream. Alright, anyway, moving on. Good card. Noble Knights seem like they might actually not be garbage with that one. Alright. Will I be making a video on Noble Knights though? Maybe. We'll consider it. I'm probably more likely to make videos on bugs, because bugs are cool, but we'll see. Star Serif Serenity? Cannot be used in Exceed material for an Exceed summon except for an Exceed summon that uses 3 or more materials as material. Interesting limitation. Does work with these boys here. If you normal special summon a Star Serif monster except during the damage step, you special summon this card from your hand. Oh. You don't even have to use this card here. You can just cut this card completely and just use this. And if you do, draw 1 card. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. This boy, summon any of your other ones, and this card's in hand already, it special summons itself, draws a card. Not bad, not bad. Again though, we're still waiting to see the Xyz monsters that goes with this deck so far, because this might have like the onomatopoeia kind of a thing, where you have all these cool like effects and awesome startup and amazing skills that set them up or whatever, but then they just have no Xyz monsters to summon because they suck. So we gotta wait till we see the actual like the Xyz monsters we're going for here, boys. We've already been juiced up. We need just the Xyz monsters now. All right. Hieratic Dragon of is it a level 6 as well? Oh, Pog! There's 2 level 6s now. That makes getting the other guy out so much easier. Makes getting this guy out so easy. Because we've literally got a special summon Hieratic card, whatever it's called. I don't want to spoil stuff, but this one, you just literally just special summon Hieratic from your hand. It's actually just Pog. Alright. If your opponent controls a monster, you special summon this card from your hand, so very good if you're going second. Has a little bonus effect. We'll probably just use it because it's level 6 anyway. This card not attack, the turn is special summon this way. With this card distributed, special summon 1 dragon on. Okay. So I assume you'll use this just because it's level 6. It just works with the stuff. There's a chance it doesn't get used. There is a chance, just because it's not, its effect isn't that great. Seems alright though. It's pretty good. Especially if you just want level 6s to get this thing out real fucking easy, you know? And it's really good going. It might be just too insane going second to not use it anyway. Just because you can just use it. Let's go. Damn, this looks like fun. Read the rest of the chair, bro? Did I miss something? I did read the rest of the chair. What are you on about? You just draw 1 card whenever you spend... Yeah. What did I miss from it? You special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, draw 1 card. Then you can special summon it if it's just... Oh, so it gets a little special summon at the end. Okay. Cool. Not super excited about that, because it's kind of like a gamble thing, but it might be alright. Oh, yeah. Alright, cool. Okay, so it's already good even without that last effect, so... Just top deck forehead. Just wait. Alright, we're coming up to it, don't worry. Yeah, right, moving on. This card seems alright. Doesn't seem like a guaranteed include though, just because its effect isn't that great, but seems alright. You'll probably use it. Most likely you will use it, especially if you just want level 6s. Alright. Constellar Pollux. During the turn this card was normal summoned, you can normal summon 1 Constellar monster in addition to your normal summon set. Oh, so you just summon this and you can just summon another Constellar, so you can get an Xyz out. Okay. Not much else to say about that. Good card. I guess you're going to use this, so sure. Yeah, I'm just going to use it. Just summons another one. Exceed. Off you go. This one isn't an ultra rare. True. Alright, good stuff. You probably want 3 of this in your Constellar deck. It just seems like their main starter. Alright, moving on. You know, like, there's not much else to say about it. It's just a good card, man. Constellar Sombrero? You can only use this effect of Constellar Sombrero once per turn. While this card is in your graveyard, if it was sent there this turn, you can normal summon one Constellar monster for 1 less tribute. You can banish one Constellar monster from your graveyard, then target one Constellar monster in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. Also, this card gains the following effects. Okay, this turn you can activate this effect, normal summon a Constellar monster. Okay, there's a lot of stuff to unpack here for my small brain. You can banish one Constellar monster from your graveyard and target one Constellar monster in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. Also, this card gains the following effect. Okay, so you have to actually have Constellars in the grave in the first place for that. In the first part, this card actually has to be in the graveyard. So it's good if it's like used as material, right? Although then you have to already not used your normal summon, so it's not that great. Not sure. Not sure about this one. It's like that Evil Swarm card, right? Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I think I'd have to play. This is a card that I have to play test, I think, because I see like it has so much effects and stuff for me to unpack that I just don't think I can really wrap my head around it to actually play the card. Doesn't seem too exciting though. There's like a lot of cool stuff on it, but I don't know. I think we'll have to wait and see. Especially considering like it doesn't have anything that's like it doesn't really work unless you've already got other stuff set up for it. Like it has to be in the graveyard, and that's only useful if you haven't already used your normal summon. I guess this gives you the extra normal summon, I guess. Maybe. I don't know, maybe it might be alright, I'm not sure. Have to wait and see, I think. Like, Noble Knight's got more support? Okay. You can target one Noble Arms, equip spell equipped to this card, and one face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy them. Oh. Then draw one card. Also, this card cannot attack for the rest of this turn. Now, this seems okay, because this is very similar to the other guy, right? Except it can pop itself. Okay, I mean, sure. Is it better or worse than the other one though? What's the popping Noble Knight we've got? It's worse, right? Because it's not like you can't like quick play it during your opponent's turn. It's kind of like a worse Tristan. Tristan's fate is mandatory, this one isn't. Allows you to draw. I'm just wondering, like, because if you look at the Noble Knight deck so far, you have to make room for this kind of stuff. I'm not really sure they have a whole lot of room right now. I'm just wondering, would you use this? It's like, at least Tristan has the bonus effect of you can do it during your opponent's turn. Yeah, like, yeah. 30 card balance, that is true, that does make a lot more space. But the reason they're using 30 card though is to make it so that you have a certain amount of thing you're trying to draw for, right? Like, if you run more spell cards in the deck, or you run like whatever, you just have a much better chance of drawing spell cards from then on out, outside of balance. It's kind of hard to explain, but like, when you use 30 card balance, you're generally doing it because you don't want to draw specific cards, and you want to just either spell summon them from the deck, and just draw into like all spell cards or something for the rest of the duel. It's kind of like when people use like Trap Odeon Still kind of shit, they just want to draw only traps, so they just run 30 cards. Well, that's not even with balance, but it's the same kind of shit. I don't know, we'll see. Brothers Replacement? Isn't Brothers like the search stuff though? Are people using this card on Noble Knight? I don't know. We'll see. It's not a bad card, it's just kind of like, I'm not sure if it's really needed. I think it's what I'm gonna go off of. Not a terrible card, but it might just not be needed. It might just be better to run Tristan. Who knows? We'll see. Might be completely wrong on that. I haven't played a whole lot of Noble Knights, so we'll see. Moving on. Oh, please be a search spell. Hieratic Seal of Convocation. Add 1 Hieratic monster from deck to hand. It's a search spell. Oh yes, let's go. We've got a 3 of search spell, boys. We've got the Dark Lord search spell. Just search. You want a Hieratic monster? You got one. Let's go. Okay. Hieratics are shaping up to look pretty goddamn decent so far. And I see there's another Hieratic coming up, and I know what that card does, because I used it in a video an eternity ago. Oh, boys. Hieratic's looking pretty pog. They're already decent without the next card coming up that we see. Like, I can see it. Oh, not once per turn. You're not wrong. You can use this if you have 2 of it. Oh, it's not once per turn. It's literally not even once per turn. What the fuck? You can just draw your entire deck using those like shitty draw spells and then just use 2 of these. That'd be so nuts. Oh dear. Oh dear, boys. This deck's looking fun. There's no way. There's actually no way these kind of decks don't get meta relevant, right? There's no way Hieratic won't be meta relevant after this, right? Noble Knight's going to get cemented as actually meta relevant rather than being this kind of like thing that people call tier 2 but they're not really sure on. I think it's garbage and gets like, it gets top 16 in tournaments but it gets kind of stopped there. It doesn't really ever get top 8. It's got to be like good chance they get top 8 easily now. And this shit, Hieratic with an Omni Negate, a Karma Cut inbuilt. Spirit Summon any goddamn dragon you like. Man, come on. They won the last Meta Weekly? Oh, did I just talk smack on a deck that just won a Meta Weekly? That was the last one. When was the last one? Meta Weekly. Did they actually just win one? Oh, of course they did. Of course they did. For fuck's sake. See how well they actually did perform in this one, though. How many Noble Knights attended? 7? How many made top cut? 2? It's actually not a bad conversion compared to the normal stuff. Not bad. But yeah, if we're going to go on the Noble Nut rant, there's a lot of, we can talk a lot of smack about them. I don't know if I don't want to do like this go on the YouTube video, but they generally have a pretty bad conversion rate due to how many of them are played. You get like, there's that one, I think it's like the MC, I think it was the MCS, but there's like that one tournament where they played like 23 of them, the most popular deck or second most popular deck. Literally only one made top 16 and it got knocked out before top 8. It's like, wow, that's an insane conversion rate. But hey, if they win a Meta Weekly, good stuff. Good to them. I'm still not hella convinced it's anything but tier 3 though. Tier 2 is a bit of a stretch for my books. But we'll take it. It's a, this will definitely change my mind, I think. This will help. I hope. It might also just do nothing and the deck just stays as tier 2 as it currently is or whatever. Who knows? Anyway, moving on. Oh my god. Is Chaos Dragon the Pioneer? Wow. This card seems like utter garbage, to be honest. I don't know why anyone would run this card. Why would anyone use this? What a load of trash. Garbage card. You'll never see it. This card will never see play, right? It's just too bad. You'd have to be... Why would you want to banish 3 cards from your graveyard? Like, oh, why would you do such a thing? Complete garbage. It's for Thunder Dragons? No, it can't be. It's just too bad. You wouldn't run this in Thunder Dragon. Zero defense. Like, oh, what a terrible card. He can't even attack when it uses destruction effect. What a load of trash. I ain't putting this in anything. Oh god, it can be used for Raincates. Let's not even talk about this. Let's move on. Alright. We know what Levinia does, okay? It's a good fucking card. Dark Tellarknight Batlamius. Okay, 2 level 4 Tellarknight monsters. All face-up monsters in the field become dark. Okay. You can attach 1 Exceed material from this card and discard 1 card. Special summon from your extra deck 1 light Tellarknight Exceeds monster by using this face-up card control as material. Ooh. So this goes into another bigger one. Okay. And it makes everything dark. I think my friend uses this against me at one point. I think I actually had this in a video. Okay. This effect can be activated during either player. This effect can be activated during either player's turn if you have 7 or more talent monsters with names in your graveyard, which is, by the way, very hard to do as far as I know, because it's actually not... it's very hard to actually get 7 Tellarknight monsters in your deck in the first place with different names, so... The second part of the effect isn't too exciting. But this does float into another one, so... Or not float, but it climbs into another one. I'm hoping the other one is in here, because I'm pretty sure there's one that goes with this, where this one turns them all to dark, and then one negates all dark, I think. I think that's how it works, but we'll have to wait and see for that one. This one just kind of is just a climber, which is good enough as it is, just as a climber. But we'll see. Alright, moving on. Now this card's pretty pog. This card's pretty pog, okay? Remember, this is generic. Very important. 2 level 8 monsters. So any deck that can run 2 level 8s. Not just Hieratic. Once per turn, you can attach 1 Exceeds material from this card, tribute any number of monsters from hand, and or your side of the field, then destroy an equal number of cards on the field. So you can stick this in Blue Eyes, just tribute your stones, send them all to the grave, pop your opponent's whole board, summon some Blue Eyes at the end of the turn. I don't know, boys, that sounds real fun to me. Yep. You're on target, by the way. And of course, it works with your Hieratics too, so your Hieratics are all pretty insane. So you don't even have to go into this like play of summoning this. If you go like second or whatever, you can just summon this thing out. You might even be able to get this thing out and this thing in the same turn. That'd be an insane combo, right, if you could do that? God damn. Now, any deck that can run level 8s like the rest of Duel Links' existence will probably have this card in there. It's just a good card. It's just a really good card. Just the fact that you can use hand to remove your opponent's stuff is just sick, dude. And it's just destroy an equal number of cards, right? It's literally just... You can pop back row. You can pop back row, pop front row. It's non-target. Like, what? Mate, this is a... This is what... When you look at sick Xyz monsters and you're asking Konami to add them to the game, this is one of them. This card is just nuts, dude. Desperado is level 8? No, I mean, you can change this for Desperado if you like. Hell yeah. This is like... I'm pretty sure this will be a game-changing card, this one. There's no way this won't be meta relevant. There's literally no way. This card is nuts. If anything, it just makes Blue Eyes stronger. Even if Hieratic turns out to be garbage somehow, it just makes Blue Eyes stronger, you know? If Blue Eyes don't run this card, I'll be very surprised. Yes, I said, why would you overlay with Desperado? It's kind of odd. It's not like this is a quick effect or anything. At least Desperado's quick effect, you know? It's kind of weird. Can Hieratics really summon this? Well, yeah. You tribute Hieratic Dragon, it summons a normal monster from deck. You just summon a level 8. Use literally any of the skills that change levels too, and just make them level 8. It easily summons this. You literally just run Blue Eyes in your deck. Because Hieratic Dragons, when they tribute, they summon a normal monster from deck. So they summon Blue Eyes from deck, there's level 8 on board. Like, for example, I used Hieratics to summon... I think it was a big Synchro boy. Fuck, what's the big Synchro card called, chat? The one that I used to call, like, the only Xyz monster Duel Links had. Anyone know the name of it? The big boss monster? Wasn't that using 2 level 8s? It's literally called Ooga Booga, but what's its actual name? I called it Ooga Booga, but what was its actual name? I think, Bish Balkian, this one? How is this summoned? Yeah, by sending 2 level 8 higher monsters. I literally used this in multiple... I'm not sure with multiple videos, but I used this a bunch in Hieratics to summon it, because it's really easy to do. And this just is made out of 2 level 8s. So making 2 level 8s with this should be damn easy. It should be. If I could do this months ago with it, like actually months ago, even like a year ago I could do it with Hieratics. With all this new support, there's no way we can't do it. There's literally no way. Either way, moving on. This is really sick. We already it's insane. It's a fucking sick card. Made a video on that one. It was funny. I know I made a video on it. All right. Constellar. I say this is the big Constellar. All right. Be good, please. 2 level 6 monsters. It's the last Constellar we've got. You can see some of this card by using Constellar Exceeds monster you control as the Exceeds material. Other than Constellar. Okay. Okay. So it just goes on top. If summoned this way, the following effects cannot be activated this turn. Once per turn, you attach monster to this card, summon one monster on the field or another player's graveyard. Return that target to hand. Alright, so it's a removal. It's a removal that can summon itself if, like, it just as a claim. It doesn't actually have to be summoned normally. It's kind of weird if you do that though, because it won't actually have its removal effect on that turn. So that's the last Constellar card we're getting. Huh. I don't know, boys. I'm not. It's generic. Yes, that is true. It is actually generic. That is actually a big point. It's not just a card you can use in Constellars for generic removal. That's a big point, actually. Thank you for pointing that out. So this card's actually really good because it can just be used in any level 6 deck. Yes, actually, you're actually right. That actually makes it much better. It's just a removal that's removes and just returns to hand, so it doesn't even destroy. Counters Desperado kind of stuff. And other cards that can't be destroyed, like a Noble Knights and whatnot. Of course, it's good. I mean, it looked like it was terrible because not terrible. It looked like it looked like there wasn't any really good Constellar stuff. I'm not super hyped about the Constellar deck, to be honest. It's probably okay, and it's probably good chance to have some kind of relevancy, but it didn't seem too hypers. But this card just as a level 6, just a generic rank 6 sounds pretty fun. Just being able to stick this in any level 6 deck like Thunder Dragon or something sounds real fun. Knowing it's generic just makes it so much better. You just want a copy of this card. Even if you just go into this box just to get just go into this box a little bit just to get one copy of these ultra rares. You're probably already happy, and just get Levian here, you know. Just get these 3 here. You're probably just happy with that. You don't even have to get the rest. You just have more support for your decks already in the game. You know? Some other decks might just get stronger from having this kind of shit, you know? Like Thunder Dragons might just get stronger because this card exists. And all the people that can actually play Levian here now. You know? That's some good shit. Alright, moving on to the actual Utopia card. Utopic Ray. Or Utopia Ray. 3 level 4 light monsters. You can also see some of this card by using a number 39 Utopia. Okay, so we can actually get rid of the Utopia for a card that's better. Okay. You can attach one exceeds from this card, it gains 500 attack. And one monster your opponent controls loses 1000 attack until the end phase. You must have 1000 life points or less to activate and resolve. Excuse me? You must have 1000 life points or less to activate and resolve this effect. Who printed this? What? Not once per turn. Mate, you have to have 1000 life points to use it. How, are we all just playing Star Blast now, or generic? 3 level 4 light monsters. That's a pretty... that doesn't sound very generic to me. I guess you can play Utopia in all your decks and take up 2 extra deck slots to run Utopia and this card. For going to 4k and opponent to 3k? Okay. Attach 3 materials. You can get the big fucking boy that can ram someone. I mean, maybe you just run Utopia in this card in all your decks now and just hopes that you get your life points down to 1000, but I feel like You can't consistently just believe on you're gonna get 1,000 life points. They're just not like you should be able to like. Star Blast isn't in the game right now, boys. That card's banned. Yeah, it sounds like a good meme video. But there's no way you start including this in Utopia in all your decks just to the chance you get to 1,000 life points for a big bop, you know? Because even then, like you summon it, it's just gonna get removed like Utopia does. It's like no protection for itself. It's just praying to God your opponent has nothing. Evil Eye support, poggers. Yeah, nah. I'm gonna give this a hard nah. Look at the Utopia. Oh, the quick play spell, the buffs, all these ones. Look, I don't care. I'm not playing Utopia. Look, if this turns out to be a meta deck, go right ahead. I'm telling you right now, I ain't playing Utopia. I hate the card, and this stuff isn't making me enjoy it anymore. I'm gonna play some fucking bugs, alright? I'm a bug boy. Bugs look like hella fun. These little bug boys, wherever they are. I'm a bug fan, right? I'm playing bugs. Utopia can suck my ass. As an ultra, I don't give a fuck. Alright. Rescue Rabbit. Cannot be special summoned from the deck. You can banish this face-up card you control. Special summon 2 level 4 more monsters with the same name from your deck, but destroy them during... What? Wait, this is an Exceed by itself? A 1-card Exceed of any rank 4? That's just generic? Huh. Ah. The downside is you have to run no monsters. So the downside is you have to run 2 level 4 Garnets, right? And it's level 4 or lower. Like you use 3 Rescue Rabbit and then run 3 Gnaw Monster Insects and then summon the big boy. Is that the strat? Card was format warping? Majority's kind of meh. I don't know, it doesn't sound too meh to me. I'm just wondering like how we're going to use this. Like, is there any decks that just already have Gnaw monsters in them that just don't care if they just use them, you know? Glad Beasts? True. Glad Beasts do have Gnaw monsters they can use. Evil Swarm? Alright, we'll see. Not sure. Dinos, true. Good little dino card. Don't really have any real dino cards around the sun with like Xyz monsters though. Gen X controller, yep. Yep, Gen X, yep. When your top 3 most played cards are Floodgate, Phoenix, and Karma, it's kind of like Spore. If you go second, you lose. I mean, I'd argue that using this card makes that kind of stuff worse, because it means you can run more Cosmics, right? Like, your starting hand is 1 of this card and 3 Cosmics. You can Exceed Summon and remove your entire opponent's back row, whereas most decks you'd have to have, like, a full hand of cards just to Exceed Summon 1 monster, whereas this card is just an Exceed Summon of, like, we're using 1 card. The main downside is that you have to run Garnets. That's really the downside of it. But no, I'm not sure if we'll use it, but we'll have to wait and see, I think. Definitely have to wait and see. It might turn out that just turns out like all those other... We've got a bunch of cards recently that just like special summon this card from your hand for like 1 card Exceed summons kind of stuff, but it's kind of like, eh. It might turn out that you start using this card in like those really AIDS Odeon decks, where you just have your entire deck trap card and then just have like 1 card combos in it. Because the 1 card combos will summon your boss monster and you just have 15,000 back row cards, that kind of crap, you know? It's right. I think there's like, I'm going to say there's a good chance we'll use this. I'm just not really sure, like. Wait, what? Or if you want that, then read the first card before the second. What, you mean read this one before this one? Alright, I think there's a good chance we'll use this. I'm not sure. We have to wait to see if it gets used. It might just turn out that we've got enough good support in the game already where you don't really need these kind of like extra things that can help summon an archetype when you can just summon it using the in-archetype cards anyway. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so you want me to read this one first, then this one? Is that what you're? Is that what you want me to do, Brad? I'm down to read this one first. Yeah, alright. Cage to Cage. A reptile monster. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be special summoned by its own effect. When this card is when you normal summon a level 4 monster, you special summon this card from your hand. Okay, so just be used for any XC summoning. Okay. Nothing too exciting about the lizard. Not too not too excited about Mr. Lizard here. God, I'm going to trigger that I said Cage over Kage. I'm going to keep calling it Cage just to trigger everyone. That sounds great. Oh, the chat got annoyed at that one. Alright. Yeah, nothing too excited about this one. He's alright. Just a little lizard. We used for any rank 4 summons. Nothing too exciting about him though. There's plenty of others. We just have cards that can special summon themselves anyway, so you don't necessarily need this. Yeah, there's plenty of level 4s in game that already special summon themselves, so. Alright. Star Serif Scepter. Okay. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can add 1 Star Serif monster from deck to hand except Star Serif Scepter. Also Searcher. So search for all the boys. Okay. Search for your throne. Search for the scout. Okay. Next season summon this card using. Next season also summon using this card, including this card on the field's material gains effect. Next season summon you target one other card on the field, destroy it. If you do, draw 1 card. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, not bad, not bad. What are we summoning with this, though? Are we locked into even Star Serifs? Can we just use it in other decks? It's like, do we even have any decent Star Serifs in here? I mean, it's meant to be used as just a generic anyway, and it's not. The Star Serif name doesn't even matter. Because it's Deltarius. Deltarius pop 2, draw 2? That sounds like what it'd be used for, because it's not in-art type stuff, right? So it's literally just going to be its own, like, I guess, engine, I guess. There's no, like, monster you summon. There's no Star Serif boss monster. It's just you using this as an engine to summon already in-game Xyz monsters like Deltarius. Draw 3, pop 2. That does sound pretty insane. That does sound pretty goddamn insane. No bosses yet, yeah? Alright. Alright, well that seems like a really good little engine for, I guess... yeah, I guess just if it's decks that can use it, I guess we'll use it. It has to be decks that use 3 materials on their cards, which is a few cards that can do it now. We've got this little Smart Dragon here. We've got that Deltarius we were talking about a second ago. Okay. Seems pretty good. Alright. Well, I guess brief summary of the box. Holy shit, give me this card. Holy shit, give me this fucking bug archetype. I want to place bugs so badly. And Hieratics seem insane. I think Hieratics are the ones that have the highest chance to be meta, I think. Hieratics just seem really good. That, I think Blue Eyes is going to be insane. Seems like Blue Eyes just got really nice cards. Golem Dragon got a nice little buff. For love of God, Utopia's cringe. And Constellar's might be really good too, just because this little combo. I say Constellar, but we literally is talking about the 1 card, right? You probably just won't even run any Constellars. Better than 7 out of 10? Probably? It's better than, like, it's probably better than any of the boxes we've gotten recently. Like, even the garbage was okay. The fact that, like, okay, the main thing that looks really cool about the box is there's all these cool generics. You got these, like, this card's sick. You've got this card that was fucking sick, generic rank 6. You've got the Vioneers even in here. Like, there's just so many just good stuff in here that you just get value out of it just for going into it once. So even if you don't get the cards you want, at least you get some good generic value out of it. And on top of that, there is a chance that there is a decent free-to-play deck in here with these bugs that are only rare and normal. How cool is that? The bugs are actually cheap as hell. So even if you just go into this box just because you want these generics, as a free-to-play player, you get the generics, and then you have another deck you can try out. Even if it's not great, at least it's completely free, you know? So that sounds really cool. That sounds like a really good, well-designed box where they give you some good generics and a free-to-play deck to go with it. Even if the main decks in the box turn out to be like average, which I think they're probably going to be better than average. Hieratics seem insane, and this little combo seems insane. You know, Noble Knight's got a huge buff. Like, it just seems like there's so much good shit in here, and the free-to-play stuff is just an extremely good bonus. Just having a free-to-play deck in any box is insane. It's kind of like when they just gave us that deck, they gave us like Cardians or whatever. Like, Cardians never turned out to be meta-relevant, but they were just really good. You can get Cog with them if you wanted to, which is all you needed to do. You just add a free-to-play deck that's playable, rogue tier at least, and it's a good box. So I think this box is a very, very good box. Very good box.